I want to talk to you about credit unions that pre-qualify this year. So if you want to have a soft pull, either on a credit card or on a loan, or even on a line of credit, you want to really pay attention to this credit unions. The first one I want to share with you is Navy Fed. I mean, Navy Fed does a great job. I mean, Navy Fed actually offers a personal loan program, but also a series of credit cards, right? 4 credit cards to be more specific, and 4 or 5. So they used to have a personal line of credit, but nowadays they have actually ditched that program. So Navy Fed actually pre-qualifies you. So in other words, you have a soft pull process to actually to know whether or not they might consider your application. Okay, so that's really good. And so Navy Fed pre-qualifies you primarily for credit cards. For loans, they do not pre-qualify you. Sometimes the credit unions have this thing where they pre-qualify you for one credit programs and not the other. So if you want to get a loan through Navy Fed, you most likely are going to get a hard pull right away. But if you want to get a credit card, then you might get a soft pull. Okay. When it comes to credit cards, let's talk about that. With Navy Fed, like I said before, you have about 4 to 5 credit cards. You have the Cash Rewards credit card that allows you to get cash back with the flexibility to choose where you use the rewards you earn. That's really good. The Cash Rewards credit card from Navy Fed. You have the Go Rewards credit card from Navy Fed. So this is a card that allows you to actually do a lot of things, especially if you live if your life actually you live life on the go. Okay, like you live a pretty active lifestyle. That's what this means. Then you have the Platinum credit card from Navy Fed. So this is a card that allows you to actually maintain like a balance on your credit card with the low rate. You have the Visa Signature Flagship Rewards credit card. That's the highest tier of credit cards at Navy Fed. That's the card that allows you to get the most rewards, from your card usage. And finally, you have the Navy Fed More Rewards American Express card that allows you to actually reward yourself for everyday spending with this card. Okay, and finally, you have the End Rewards Secured card. So pretty good selection. So if you're looking for credit unions that pre-qualify, I want you to think about NASA FCU. So NASA does a great job in terms of pre-qualifying you for personal loans, but also for credit cards. That's really good. I mean, unlike Navy Fed that does one and not the other, NASA is more flexible and they will pre-qualify you. So if you're interested in getting a loan or credit union from NASA FCU, please consider the pre-qualification route. Do not risk your FICO score right off the bat. Okay, you want to really you want to pace yourself. So with NASA, the cool thing is you have a lot of credit programs to actually take advantage of. You have mortgages, you have auto loans, you have credit cards, you have personal loans. That's really good. That's really good from a flexibility point of view. That's really good. I want to focus real fast on the credit cards that NASA actually has this year. So NASA has they have a couple of pretty interesting credit cards to actually offer. So you have if you want to earn rewards, for instance, you are going to go with the Visa Platinum Advantage Rewards. So this is a card that actually gives you $1 to $1 rewards. You are earning 1 point for every dollar you spend on purchases. Then you can redeem your points for travel, merchandise, gift cards, cash, and more. And the cool thing is your points never expire. There are no extra fees, no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, and no foreign transaction fee. And you have rates as low as 13.9% APR. And you also have peace of mind protection. So NASA has actually lock and unlock capabilities, 24/7 emergency assistant, fraud protection, and an extended warranty coverage all included. So that's really important. So that's for the if you want to get rewards, if you want to earn rewards, if you want to get cash back, you want to go for the Visa Platinum Cash Rewards credit card. Okay, you can earn 1.5% cash back on every purchase you actually make. You have flexible redemption option, no extra fees, and rates as low as 17.74%. Next, you have the Visa Classic. This is actually here you have rates as low as the 12.4%, no extra fees, but also peace of mind protection. So that's really good. And if you're interested in building your credit, you can also have the share secured Visa credit card, by the way. If you're looking for credit unions that pre-qualify this year, I want you to think about Aligned Credit Union. So Aligned does a great job in terms of giving you all kinds of possibilities. So with Aligned, for instance, you can pre-qualify for personal credit cards, for personal loans. They don't have a line of credit, okay, but it's still good anyway. Okay, let me talk to you a little quickly about the credit cards that come with Aligned. So you have the Aligned Visa Platinum Card. You have the Aligned Cashback Visa Signature Credit Card. That's really good. So when I speak about the Aligned Visa Platinum Card, here you have a low introductory rate. So you have a rate that starts at 0% for the first 12 months on purchases and balance transfers, with a standard variable rate of 14.99% to 26.99% APR after that. You also have balance transfers, so you can transfer, for instance, high balances from all other cards. A low 2% fee of the amount of the transfer applies. But this card has great possibilities because you have no annual fee, generous credit lines, a positive credit building potential. So that's really fantastic. And next, you have the Alliant Cashback Visa Signature Credit Card. Here you can earn up to a 2.5% cashback on your first $10,000 of qualifying eligible purchases, 1.5% for purchases over $10,000. You also have travel perks, so no foreign transaction fees, emergency card replacement, and more. And you have no annual fees, also no tricky categories to track. And this card is actually designed to recognize and reward excellent credit scores. So that's for the credit card with Align. Now, as I told you, Align is a pretty good institution in the sense that they also offer personal loans. So you have a loan consolidation, home expenses, or emergencies. This is actually an unsecured loan, so there is no collateral required. We have loans that go from $1,000 all the way to $100,000, and the repayment window goes from 1 year to 5 years. So that's pretty good from a flexibility point of view. If you're looking for credit unions that pre-qualify this year, I want to introduce you to PenFed. So PenFed is one of the top credit unions in the nation, and PenFed actually will pre-qualify you for loans and personal loans and credit cards. Okay, so that's really good from a flexibility point of view. Now, there are some states, there are some locations where for credit cards you're going to have to apply right away. Like, in other words, there is no soft pull. But for loans, they do have a soft pull for loans. Okay, so that's something to really think about, especially if you're thinking about applying for a large loan amounts, because PenFed will give you a maximum loan amount of $50,000. So given the stakes, you do not want to be rejected right off the bat, right? You want to really you want to test the waters to see how much you can qualify for. So go with a soft pull no matter what. So that's for PenFed. That's for a PenFed loan. Maximum loan amount $50,000. And in terms of credit cards at PenFed, the maximum credit limit also is $50,000. And so let me walk you through some of the credit cards they have here. You have the Platinum Rewards Visa Signature Card, the Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card, the Pathfinder Rewards Visa Signature Card, and then you have the Gold Visa Card. Okay, PenFed doesn't have a secured credit card, so if you want to build credit through PenFed, you have to go through. You have to use the Gold Visa credit card. Let me walk you through a little bit about some of the features you have with those cards I told you a little about earlier. The Platinum Rewards Visa Signature Card gives you a 5x points on gas paid at the pump and EV charging stations, 3x points at the supermarket, including most Target and Walmart locations, restaurants and TV, radio, cable, streaming services. No annual fee, and 15,000 bonus points when you spend 1,500 in the first 90 days. That's really cool. And again, you are able to pre-qualify with this card, but it's not always that feature is not always there. So if you're lucky, you have it there. Okay. Then you have the Power Cash Rewards Visa Signature Card that allows you to have 2% cash back on all purchases for PenFed Honors Advantage members, 1.5% cash back on all purchases, no annual fee, and $100 bonus statement credits when you spend 1,500 in the first 90 days. You also have the Pathfinder Rewards Visa Signature Card. This is a really fantastic card that allows you to have 50,000 bonus points when you spend $3,000 in the first 90 days. You have 4x points on all travel categories for PenFed Honors Advantage members, up to $799 total travel value. You have complimentary Priority Pass Airport Lounge annual membership. That's really good. And you also have the Gold Visa. This is where you get everyday low APR on purchases after introductory period ends, okay? And so that's really good from a flexibility point of view. Fantastic. If you're looking for credit unions that pre-qualify this year, I want to introduce you to a GTE Financial. And this is actually a lender, an institution that really gives you all kinds of flexibilities. So they have personal loans, they have personal credit cards also for you to explore. Let's talk about the loan. Actually, is the maximum loan amount you can get through a GTE is around 50,000. Even though they adapted to your geography, but also your financial situation. In terms of credit cards, you have the 0% intro rate. Okay, the credit card. So they call it the GTE Go To or Go Premier credit card. Okay, that allows you, either card allows you to enjoy 0% intro APR for 6 billing cycles on all purchases made through the end of the year. Then you can enjoy actually a great rate between 11% and 18%. So that's really interesting. So for the Go Premier, you have a welcome offer that you have a 10,000 bonus points that you get if you spend $3,000 within the first 3 months. That's really good. And you have a 3x points on fuel, travel, and dining, 2x points on groceries and home improvements, and 1x on all other purchases. For the Go-To, you have a welcome offer of 0% APR for 12 months on balance transfers. You can transfer your existing card balances to the Go-To card within 60 days and enjoy 0% APR for 12 months on those transfers. That's really interesting, especially because there are no transfer fees attached to the whole transaction. Okay. And then you have also the Go Forward. So the GTE Financial Go Forward credit card that gives you actually a peace of mind because you have a fixed APR that can be as low as 13.24%. So that's really good. It also allows you to rebuild credit. So that's really fantastic. If you are looking for a credit union that pre-qualifies, I want you to really think about Service Credit Union. So Service Credit Union has an affiliation with the military. So this is something to really think about. And what I want to say right off the bat is that Service is a pretty good credit union. And when it comes to loans, but also credit cards, okay? Loans, they will give you a maximum loan amount of $50,000. So if you go to Service and you're looking for a loan, yeah, and Service also looks at your geography. So it's a little geo-restricted. It's not like applicable to all 50 states. If you live in the geography that they cover, you are good to go. So what about the credit cards? Well, you have the Visa Everyday Card with rates starting at 13% to 18%. You have the Visa Signature Everyday Elite card. That has an APR that starts at 18%. Okay, there's some, and then you also have the Visa Everyday Starter card that has the APR that starts at 18%. So something to really think about. Okay, now let me talk to you a little bit. When you think about the Visa Everyday card, this is a card that you want to have if you want to establish your credit or re-establish your credit. Okay, so you have low APR on purchases, travel and emergency assistance services, no annual fees, and you have secured card option available. That's for the Visa Everyday card. Then you have the Visa Signature Everyday Elite card. So here, this is a card that allows you to maximize your rewards. So what I mean by that is you have a 1.5 points on all purchases. So if you spend, let's say, if you spend $1,500 in the first 60 days, you are able to earn $15,000 bonus points. And the card has no annual fees. And you also have the Visa Everyday Starter card, which is the perfect card for beginners. So here you have low APR on purchases, travel and emergency assistance services, and the card actually has no annual fees also. So that's really good. And but well, what I want to say is that with service, besides the credit cards, you have all kinds of loans available also. You have the share secured loans, the IBOT loan, the Serve loan for veterans, home equity loans, vehicle loans, credit union credit cards, personal loans, mortgages, that's really good, military loans, business and commercial loans. So that's really fantastic. So those are the top 6 credit unions that pre-qualify this year. Let me give you a few tactics before I close to this conversation. If you're trying to pre-qualify, you have to understand that you got to really ask yourself, are you looking for a pre-qualification because you're ready to actually apply, or you just want to see what's really available out there? Okay, so if you're there on a curiosity trip, you just want to know what's possible there, then it's different. Okay, one thing I want to say is that you want to go for those credit unions that you think you might qualify for in terms of membership, because if you think about a credit union that pre-qualifies, it doesn't really it doesn't do anything if you cannot even qualify for membership, because you got to qualify for a membership first before you can qualify or even pre-qualify for a credit program, whether it is a loan, a credit card, or a line of credit. Okay, so you want to go for those credit unions that are not geo-restricted. For instance, Navy Fed is not geo-restricted. Penn Fed is not geo-restricted. Now, simply because it's not geo-restricted doesn't mean it's not restricted at all. There could be other restrictions. It's just that restriction is not geographic. Okay, I mean, for instance, Navy Fed, you have to have an affiliation with the military to actually qualify. Penn Fed is actually open to everybody. Okay, so those are really things you need to really think about. And what I want to say also is that if you are thinking about a credit union that pre-qualifies this year, you got to also ask yourself, what kind of credit programs am I going after, and how is my overall FICO situation looking like? Because simply because a credit union pre-qualifies you, in other words, a credit union is not touching your, is doing a soft pull and not touching your FICO score, doesn't mean you shouldn't really be caring about your FICO score. You still want to have a clear idea about what FICO score you have, where you are at in terms of FICO score before you try to pre-qualify. That way, even if you are denied, at least you know why you were denied. You know the exact FICO score that you had before the institution denied you. So just something to really think about. So as a coda into this conversation, I spoke to you about credit unions that pre-qualify. The credit unions include Navy Fed, NASA FCU, Alliant, Penn Fed, GTE Financial, and Service. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.